The British monarchy is one of the world's oldest institutions, surviving for over a millennium through civil wars, revolutions, 2 world wars, and waves of democracy. From absolute power to today's symbolic constitutional role, the crown has repeatedly reshaped itself to endure. Yet the 21st century poses its toughest test. In a world obsessed with transparency, equality, and technology, can mystique, ritual, and hierarchy still command loyalty? This final episode confronts the monarchy's uncertain present and asks whether the House of Windsor can adapt, or fade into history. Pressures now come from all directions. Taxpayer costs are scrutinized, historic scandals erode trust, and social media dismantles the old rule of never complain, never explain. In Britain, many young people view monarchy as outdated. In the Commonwealth, nations openly discuss breaking ties. Supporters argue it provides stability, diplomacy, and tradition. Critics counter that in a mature democracy, hereditary privilege is indefensible. The debate has grown sharper, and the crown must now justify its existence not by mystique, but by tangible relevance. King Charles III inherited a crown in doubt. Determined to streamline the monarchy, he has pledged fewer working royals, tighter budgets, and a focus on charities with measurable impact. Yet old controversies and comparisons to his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, shadow every step. His reign may not be long, but it sets the foundation. Can the monarchy remain trusted through transparency, discipline, and reform? Charles's challenge is not simply to rule, but to leave behind a structure strong enough to survive after him. To many, Prince William and Princess Kate are the monarchy's greatest asset, calm, relatable, and committed to family and duty. They represent hope for renewal. Yet perfection comes with risk. Public expectations rise endlessly, and even small mistakes could spiral into crisis. Image alone is not enough. Lasting legitimacy requires reform, financial accountability, clear rules, and openness. Hope and pressure are two sides of the same crown, and William and Kate must carry both if the monarchy is to survive. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back exposed cracks in the institution, media battles, feelings of abandonment, and the struggle of despair. Loved by some, despised by others, their story forced the monarchy to face tough questions about mental health, diversity, and loyalty. The impact was double-edged. Public trust weakened, but conversations about reform became unavoidable. In the long run, the departure may prove either the monarchy's greatest threat, or the shock that pushed it to evolve. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis grow up in 2 worlds, a carefully protected family life, and a global stage where every step is broadcast. Unlike past royals, their adulthood will unfold in an age of AI, facial recognition, and instant viral scandals. Privacy will blur with duty, and crises will spread faster than ever. To succeed, they must learn digital identity skills, to tell their own story before others tell it for them. Their generation will decide if monarchy feels human, or hollow. Public opinion is fractured. Older generations remain loyal, seeing monarchy as heritage and stability. Younger Britons increasingly question its purpose. Across the Commonwealth, nations like Barbados and Jamaica are moving toward republics. Their monarchy's fate is no longer decided in London alone. It depends on voices in Sydney, Ottawa, Kingston, and beyond. To endure, the crown must accept smaller influence abroad, respecting independence while offering moral leadership only where invited. Its power will be measured not in size, but in trust. Pageantry has always been the monarchy's armor, glittering crowns, golden carriages, and ancient rituals. But survival requires more than spectacle. Today's public demands results, transparent charities, measurable social impact, and genuine service. When every grand ceremony is paired with concrete benefits, funding schools, protecting the environment, supporting children, the monarchy looks less like luxury, more like duty. Its jewels, then, are not only diamonds, but data, trust, and accountability. Scenario 1. Reform survive. The monarchy shrinks, modernizes, and earns enough support to endure. Scenario 2. Symbolic Commonwealth. Britain retains monarchy, but many former colonies choose their own heads of state, leaving the crown as a symbolic network. Scenario 3. Peaceful Republic. Britain itself votes to abolish monarchy, turning the royal family into custodians of history rather than rulers. All three are plausible. The future depends on adaptation, transparency, and the people's will. The monarchy has survived by changing at the right time, shifting from ruling power to symbolic service. The next generation must go further, live transparently, speak honestly, act effectively, admit mistakes, and reform quickly. If they succeed, the crown may remain as an anchor of identity in chaotic times. If not, it may retreat into museums, remembered for pageantry more than purpose. The final question is not if it must change, but whether it can change fast enough to survive.